I'm Jenni Peters from Bellevue, Iowa. Married to Charlie Peters, and we have 4 children. We have a diversified commercial cow-calf operation. When Charlie and I first got married, we started with just a handful of Angus cows, and from there on got some Simmental influence and a little bit of red Angus, and we have a bred heifer development program now that we're currently pretty proud of. It takes quite a bit of time. We rotational graze our cattle as well as our bred heifers. We do a little bit of embryo transfer work, and we have corn, soybeans, and hay, which are on strip crops and are rotated. The hay is a big source for us. We produce quality hay, try to, so we have quality hay to feed to our cattle then in the winter time. And turning marginal ground back and seeding that back down for pasture has been a huge thing for us with rotational grazing in our bred heifer development program. So this is a field that where the green is, we're seeding it down to pasture for this year, and this was next to a timber which was a little bit less marginal or a little bit more marginal ground, and so that's why we seeded it into pasture. We'll make hay off of it this year, and then it'll turn into pasture, and this will be part of our rotational grazing program. We'll fence this, and then the cattle will be able to graze on this in the years to come. Right here, this is corn that it's planted on this strip, and so just some of those practices we continually try to do to help improve the land with the soil management. Well, some of the things that we have done in the pasture, we have a ditch that was running through where water was running, and so when the cattle would drink, it would be muddy and sometimes it wouldn't be very clean. So what we did is we tiled and we put in a cement reservoir, and what it does is it catches the water out of the tile drainage tube, and so the cattle continually have fresh water, and then that runs then to another tank in a lower pasture, and that also catches that. Another thing that we do quite often in the winter time is that we will stockpile manure, and we haul the manure further away to different places or different pastures or maybe crops that we're going to put into corn, and then we'll let that sit and stockpile. That also helps for in the winter if the ground is frozen, so you have the runoff. You don't have that then. You're able to let it sit, decompose, and then haul that later onto the ground that you're wanting to work in and as corn. The land and the land that we own or the land that we rent, it's never been ours to begin with. And I think that everyone in agriculture has that opportunity to take care of the land for the next generation. And so whether it's no-till procedures or whether it's grazing your cattle efficiently so they have clean water, and or if it's in the winter and hauling manure or stockpiling manure so you don't have runoff. Those are the things that we're involved with, and I think that it's important that sometimes we just continually go through the motions each and every day doing these things, and it's just because it's what we do, and we try and make good choices each and every day about the land and conservation. We want it to be there for our children and the next children. We're doing such great things in agriculture and progressing and making these great changes, but sometimes we forget to tell everybody, why we're doing what we're doing. And so I think it's important to do things like this or with other people in agriculture and just share your story and say, this is why we're doing what we're doing, because it's important and it's helping, and we're improving the land continually with new innovations and new procedures. You just have to continue to feed yourself with knowledge about agriculture, and if we do that, I think we'll be knowledgeable and we'll continue to see all these improvements throughout the state. And Extension does a great job in helping us do that with resources that are there if we take advantage of them. We love Iowa State. We have two boys that are now at Iowa State. Matthias is a junior in animal science, and Michael just finished his freshman year in animal science, and my husband graduated from Iowa State. So we love extension work, and we can't thank the people in extension enough for all the things that we do. It's programs like this that keep people informed about agriculture and what's going on across the state as well as the country. On my farm, I work and enjoy what I do each and every day.